Hold up. I give you what?
For I give you good doctrine.
For I give you good doctrine. Read.
Forsake ye not my law.
Forsake ye not my law. So what is the only good doctrine according to the Bible? The laws contained in it. That's the doctrine. So if anyone teach you the law was done away with, they are against the doctrine of Christ. That's the doctrine of the Nicolaitans that Christ hates, who Christ hates. When it says that Christ is the end of the law for those who believe, it wasn't talking about the laws given to Moses. The end of the law was what? The sacrifice. Christ's death was what? It was pertaining to a capital law in the Old Testament, which means if you do something unto death, you were to be executed. That's the law that was done away with in Christ. An innocent man died so that we would have grace and an opportunity to repent for what our forefathers died for in the Old Testament. If you committed fornication, if you sinned against God's law, if you committed adultery, if you was caught working on the Sabbath, those were punitive capital punishments. So Christ is the end of that law for those who believe. So that even though we were in sin and did all those things, because an innocent man died for us, we've been given grace to repent and change our ways to follow the true doctrine, which is the law. So when it says Christ is the end of the law for those who believe, well, at the end, he was crucified, capital punishment. That's the law in the Old Testament for those who break certain laws. He's the end of that law. Capital punishment, death, sacrifice, to give our people an opportunity to repent. Christians are wrong when they teach that the end of the law is to not follow the law in the Old Testament anymore. And Christ did away with that. That's satanic. So when it says he's the end of the law for those who believe, it's speaking of the capital punishment, folks. Okay, let's go.
Verse 2, For I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not my law.
Come on.
For I was my father's son, tender and only beloved in the sight of my mother. He taught me also and said unto me, Let thine heart retain my words, keep my commandments and live.
Keep my commandments and live. The wages for sin is death. So Christians aren't being told this. See? They're not being told this. They're being told because Christ came, they can break the law. Well, let me pray over some unclean food the Bible said don't touch. They don't know any better because their pastors taught them this. See? And we're blaming them as if they're the ones who went to theologian school. Right? We can't blame these people. We have to say, well, no, let me give you understanding concerning that law. No. Christ don't excuse what? Purposeful, intentional sin. That's what grace covers. What? Unintentional sin. That's what grace covers. You're doing things you don't know is against the law. The cross covers that. Or the crucifix covers that. His death covers that. Okay? He's the end of the law for those who believe. You're not going to be killed for that. See? You're not going to be judged for that. Okay? Come on.
Verse 5. Get wisdom, get understanding.
That's the point. Get wisdom and get understanding. We're getting a lot of knowledge in a short amount of time right now. Like the Most High have opened up open up the heavens, open up the gates, and just flooded the earth with truth for those who want it, who would like to receive it. But he says, get wisdom, but get what, elder?
Get understanding.
But get understanding. See, the understanding is on how to operate with the wisdom. Being an Israelite living in a pagan world. Like, I'm not going to go out on the street